Hi everyone, I want to take some time to talk about what should be included in our introduction for our argumentative research essay. All right. Okay, so you want to have a hook in your introduction. This hook needs to be something that is interesting, inviting, enticing, right? You want to kind of get your reader interested and really kind of intrigued about your topic, right? So it should lead the reader into your topic, all right? I would recommend to avoid questions. Questions are not against the law or anything like that, except sometimes, especially at this level, students sometimes either ask questions that are just not as effective, or sometimes they ask questions and then they forget to provide an answer, right? And so as the writer, you want to provide all this information rather than having the reader try to kind of guess or figure out what it is that you're talking about, what the answer should be. So at this point, I would recommend to just stay away from questions, especially if they're not like rhetorical questions that you can use as a device to get your point across. You might want to wait until English 103 to kind of get started with that. All right. Then the other part of an introduction should be some background information. Right. So provide the context of your topic. Provide an overview, not but an overview. Provide an overview of the research, the theories, or history that is relevant to your topic. All right. Also, the social significance, meaning why is your topic important in society? Why is it relevant? All right, so notice already we have some information here. When it comes to introductions, we were taught, usually the 5-paragraph essay with, the first paragraph being an introduction. And when it comes to essays that are much longer, like in this case, your research essay, your introduction may be longer than that, or it'll probably be longer than just one simple little, neatly packaged paragraph. It'll probably take a little longer, and that's why I have 1 to 3 paragraphs, because I think it'll take more than one. All right? Okay, and then the next part, and this is why it's kind of longer, and it'll probably take you more than one paragraph, is you'll need to make a connection to the book that we're reading in class, right? So tell us how your topic connects to our book. And also remember that we, meaning your classmates and I, we are your audience. So there is really no need to provide a summary of the whole book or anything like that. However, though, you do have to provide us with a passage from the book, because this will help you, will strengthen your argument in the sense that it'll provide a setup for us. It'll set up the scene, right? Set the scene for us to understand how you're making that connection between the book and the topic that you chose. And then another thing you want to do is you want to include the full title of the book, all right, full title, and then also include the author's full name. And although we know these, you're doing that because this is part of the MLA format. This is part of the conventions in MLA, all right, part of the norm, of the expectations. All right, and then you also want to provide us with your thesis statement or your argument. All right, so the most simplistic version of what a thesis statement is, just kind of as a refresher here, is it'll be the topic, right, that you chose, and your opinion about that topic. That's the most simple way to explain it, but it's not very descriptive, right? We had to think about what is our purpose when it comes to this assignment, and, it's an argumentative essay, so this thesis statement needs to be argumentative, right? People need to be able to reasonably disagree with you on the statement that you're providing us, on your argument, and be able to have a back and forth and an argument where, we clarify our stance, our position. Okay, and I was talking to one of my students earlier, Carissa, this is a shout out to you. Here's an example of a simple topic, or a simple thesis statement, really. It says, the foster care system is very flawed. Okay, all right, I think that's definitely an argument. Not a very strong one, I think, because I think a lot of people would agree that the foster care system is flawed, that there needs to be some changes, some reform, right, in order to improve it. And so it is an argument, but it's not very strong. And so in order to make it stronger, you'll need to be more descriptive, all right? So tell us, well, how is it flawed? In your opinion, what is wrong with it? How is it flawed? And be specific, right? And also perhaps, what solutions can you suggest? What can you provide as a way to either address these issues or, somehow mitigate what's, the negative effects that come from that. All right. And then another thing I want to make sure that you take a look at is this word vary, right? So use words that are descriptive, that are not like, subjective in a way. Avoid the word very or crazy or amazing or definitely. They're not very descriptive. They don't really help you make your argument. So make sure you avoid those. Just replace it with something that's more descriptive. All right. And then to end, just to kind of give you a little bit more, tools or materials to work with, ideas to work with, would be to think about this thesis statement as a problem solution. So that's this option A that I have here, right? So problem solution. So identify a problem and provide a solution or solutions to that problem. That could be what your thesis statement is, and really these solutions could definitely be your argument as well. The other option would be option B here, a problem because. So this because refers to a because clause, meaning you're providing reasons. So in this sense, you're identifying a problem and you're providing the reasons of why this is a problem in your opinion, based on your research and supported by all the sources that you found, right? And so throughout this essay, you would be able to kind of point to different reasons why this problem exists, and perhaps also towards the end, you can provide the solution or solutions that you think would be, effective in addressing this problem. All right. So notice how there are two options, and they're a little bit they're different. So notice that. All right. Again, I hope this is helpful to you, and notice that when it comes to introductions, we're not going to limit ourselves to just one single paragraph, but rather think about it as the beginning of our essay. And so that gives us more wiggle room, more to work with. It's possible that we may do, 2 or 3 paragraphs, depending on how much information we need in order to effectively set up our argument and entice our reader to continue reading our essay. Okay, so if you have any questions, please come by and visit me during my dialogue hours, and also send me an email or a call. All right, thanks. I hope this was helpful to you.